Up the man of the moment, Kritika Saxena, our correspondent, in conversation with the founder of Hexaware, who's now decided to sell out to bearings. Kritika, over to you. Ami?
Thanks for that, Shireen. We have been able to catch Mr. Atul Nishar, the founder and chairman of Hexaware, to take us through this deal, speaking exclusively to CNBC TV 18. Thank you so much for talking to us, Mr. Nishar. I want to clarify on the pricing of the deal. So, in the share purchase agreement and in the press release, you have clarified that the deal is between 126 to 135 rupees per share. That comes up to 1,575 to 1,687 crores as a whole. So this is depending on if Bearings Private Equity touches around 50%, it will be a higher amount, or what? Can you just clarify this particular bit?
Yeah, first of all, Kritika, I must admire you for reaching out unexpectedly here and getting me. Let me explain the pricing. Promoters and General Atlantic together, we hold approximately 52%, 41.8% stake in the company. So we are not passing on a clear control at this percentage.
Okay.
So the deal is that if Bearing can get control by whatever methods, including the open offer success, then the price goes to 135 and the open offer in any case will be at 135. And if for any reason they are unable to reach there and they remain, they do not gain the control, that is 50% plus, then the price paid to promoters and GA would be 126.
Okay, so I'll come to the open offer in a bit. The amount that you're looking at, say it's 1,687 crore rupees. Can you break this up? The sale will be for 41.8%. Can you break up how much the promoters will be getting and how much General Atlantic will be getting? So,
GA would be getting around 88 million USD. That is 570 crores.
Right.
And the promoters would be getting $171.8 million. That would mean 1,116 crore. And dollars I'm saying at 65 rupees a dollar. Okay. So together we would, if it is, again I'm qualifying, if it is 135 price, this is the value. And if, assuming this control happens and the price...
50%. So, just to clarify, when you were saying control, you mean the 50% or higher?
50% or higher. Okay. We are anyway giving 41.8. So, let's say they are able to get this additional 8% plus, then that would be the case. Okay. So, $260 million would be the amount involved for GA and promoters. And another $160 million, assuming 26% open offer gets fully subscribed, then that would be the amount involved. So overall it is around 420 million USD investment as on today. And since they will be eligible to go up to 75%, and if they happen to, then that would mean around $465 million of investment, which would make it the one of the largest private equity investments ever in the IT space in India.
Sir, one thing that your clients would be interested in knowing is the clarification on the management structure. You have said in the press release that Mr. Chandrasekhar will be continuing as the CEO. You will continue in a non-executive role. Will the rest of the management team remain the same, from the executive management to the mid-management? Are there any changes at all after Bearings Private Equity comes in?
See, what Bearings liked about Hexaware was the culture of the company, a strong management team that we have at Hexaware, and the quality of clients. So they have made it very clear from day one that they do not want any change in the management team, which is, I am proud to say, clearly Hexaware management team is without doubt among the best that we have in the IT sector. So there is no change that will happen. P.R. Chandrasekhar will continue as the CEO. R.V. Ramanan will continue as the executive director. And we have outstanding professionals who will continue in their roles. I would also continue as non-executive chairman and continue to contribute to Hexaware, which has been my baby for 23 years now.
So, just to clarify, will you continue on a day-to-day role, or will it be purely on an overseeing larger point of view? And also, you will remain on the board of directors. Is there any amount of, or any minute percentage of stake that you will continue to hold?
Well, that's an interesting point. The individual shareholding that we have, that is my daughters, me and my wife, we are not making part of this transaction. And the sale shares are held by the two corporate entities of our family.
Which is Elder Ventures and Elder Infosystems, if I'm correct.
That's right. Okay. So the individual holding, which is 0.3% of the company's total equity, would continue to be held by us. Okay. Well, I have not been running the day-to-day management of Hexaware for a long time, and that's what Shekhar has been doing. But I have been active in the company in terms of maintaining client relationship, employee relationship, and as the non-executive chairman, I would continue to do that.
Is there an option going forward for you looking at, shelving off that 0.3%, or do you plan to stick with that? Considering you've been here since 23 years, this is your baby entirely.
Well, at the moment there is no thought process that has gone into that, and we did want to keep at least a small stake, and that's how this has happened. And I must also add that, for 23 years I've been running Hexaware, and since the time I qualified, completed my education, I've been in the corporate sector for a long time, and it has been chasing goals, chasing targets, managing expectations, governance, so the growth. So these have been the driving force in my life. And clearly when I say I would continue, I do want to qualify by saying that the purpose of this big step for me, the strategic step that we have taken as promoters, was definitely induced by the fact that I want to spend more time with my family, and for myself, and certainly while I would like to work and contribute, but one thing I would not like to do personally is chase any budget or chase any targets.